Alright, we're on track, Malletts Bay. Probably last ice racing of the season, as you can see. It's wet. We got a little bit of rain coming down. The temperature is 37 degrees. So we are going to be losing our play place. We have a course set up here, pretty basic course, but a lot of fun. 2 big sweepers and then some funny stuff in the middle. The wet surface definitely makes life hard. As you can see, washing out here. This is a 2005 Subaru Legacy GT with studded street tires. Good studded street tires, but they're not like Nokians or something like that. No seal blubber was involved in the creation of these tires. So while I have more grip than most, that's not saying much today. The wet surface is really just hard. We've had a lot of people just falling walking around. Not a huge amount of people came out to play today. Why? Because it's 37 degrees, the wind is blowing like crazy, and it's raining. But they're lost. Here we go, we're washing out again. This part of the track you always are washing out. Track's around probably about a half mile long. The great thing about ice racing is that you can just make these tracks up, plow them out, and there you go. This one was plowed out earlier this week, so during this thaw, it's had a chance to get pretty slick. It's not very rough at all, really. Sometimes ice racing you get a lot of ridges and garbage, but this one is pretty smooth. Granted, everything seems pretty smooth in a car when you're driving around racing with your seat heater on. So we are having a ball out here today, and in a second I'm just going to shut up and let you listen to the dulcet tones of the Subaru and its element of sliding sideways, even though I'm not really Ken Block or Travis Pastrana or any of those guys. Spinning in 3rd gear on command. Weight transfer, please. Go. Left foot braking doesn't have much of an effect just because traction is so low. This is really a case of being patient driving around this course. You can't expect any quick weight transfers. There's that washout portion. Look at that, consistent all day long. Nobody else is out on the track right now. Everybody's hanging out in the pit area. Oop. Need someone on a Segway shooting me with paintballs or something. Today we have a couple Subaru Legacy wagons. I think one's just a normal L wagon, the other one's an Outback, so it does have the limited slip in the rear. I don't think either of them are running studded tires whatsoever. They're just running winter tires. We have a Volvo wagon with studded winter tires. And then we have a Miata, which may seem like a poor choice in these conditions, but he's got Bolt ice racing tires. So he'll be by far the fastest car out here today. I have a feeling once he gets out here a little bit, racing will get better for the rest of us because those bolts will chew up the ice and give us a little bit more traction. Or he'll just create some streams and the water will all run down there instead of sitting flat on the ice everywhere. Got a little bit too aggressive with the throttle there. Thing about all-wheel drive and studded tires is you can accelerate very, very quickly, but slowing it down again is another story. Oh, come on. I am running increased tire pressures in all the tires. Usually it calls for 32 in the front, 30s in the rear. I'm running 38s in the front and 35 in the rear. And that's just to make sure that I don't get you know, if I manage to find traction, I don't roll the sidewall over, because winter tires don't tend to have terribly stiff sidewalls. Transfer. Screw you, Apex. One thing I always try to preach about ice racing and basically driving like this as a whole is slow feet, fast hands. You really want to minimize your inputs with your feet, because those are the things that tend to disrupt the car the most. So use gentle inputs with your feet and move your hands quickly. You know, position that steering wheel right where you want it. Almost got traction there. Take it wide and then try to slide it towards the apex. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Sliding looks cool, but if this was a timed event, I would definitely be sliding less. Sliding very, very slow going around on a track. You really want to be maintaining traction as much as possible. That's why Ken Block doesn't win races. He's very good at going sideways, and it looks awesome. I mean, everybody loves seeing a car sideways, throwing crap everywhere, but it's not the fastest way around a track. But it is fun, and it does teach some really good car control skills. Well, it looks like the Miata is finally coming out to play. You watch, he will absolutely dust me. He will make me look silly. Not that that's really all that hard. I've ridden in that car with those tires, and he actually managed to make me motion sick, which is quite a feat, especially since he was on ice. But the traction that those Bolt tires have is absolutely tenacious. Nothing short of incredible, which is why they make them. Well, which is why people make them. I don't think any company is mad enough to try to do it. Gonna let him pass. He's just so much faster, it's not even worth trying. Here, I'll let you get a look. Look at all the crap he's throwing up. He just has grip for ages. Little rear-wheel drive car, not a huge amount of power, not a huge amount of weight. And as you can see, he is just able to glom right to the inside of corners and go. Those lights you see on the back are for ice racing in low visibility conditions. When you are racing and throwing up a rooster tail and you're racing with a group of other people on the track with you, those let them know where you are. That's why when you do this kind of thing, always turn your lights on, always. If visibility is really low, turn on your flashers. You really don't want people to be unclear as to where you are and what your intentions are. Let's face it, car repairs are expensive. Look at these tracks he made. It just sticks. Here he was sliding, but he's doing that on purpose. He's provoking the car to do that. If he did not try to do that, it wouldn't.